Hi, boys and girls. This is math for Wednesday. And remember, we're talking about graphing. Graphing is one of my most favorite units to teach. If we were at school, we would do a tons of hands-on activities. We would be going around to the middle schoolers, surveying questions. We would go around to the teachers, surveying questions. But we have to do a little bit different because we're at home. So our vocabulary words that I want to review: data are numbers or symbols that show information. Survey is when you ask a question to collect data. We've taken a couple surveys already in our unit. A bar graph is like our name graph in the classroom. It has bars. It looks like this. The bars show data. And a picture graph is a graph that uses pictures. And that's like our birthday graph. And here's a picture graph that I made on Monday. So yesterday we talked about picture graphs, which I think are hands down one of the most favorite things that I teach, because the kids love making pictures. So we made some together, and then yesterday I assigned you to finish this at home. So we had a tally table of favorite drink. We had 3 milks, we had 2 apple juices, we had 4 waters, and we had 4 lemonades. And so I'm going to make some pictures. So the milk I'm going to make using a green, and we had 3 of those. The apple juice, and I wish I were a better artist. The apple juice, we had 2, and I'm going to kind of draw 2 like apples, so it looks like apple juice. The water, I'm going to draw like a water bottle, and we had 4 of those. So there's my graph so far. And lemonade, we also had 4, and I'm going to kind of draw a lemon, even though it's red. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my pictograph. Again, the key, always look for that. It says that each drink equals 1 vote. So if I counted how many votes, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 students voted. Okay. Down here, we have the favorite sport. So we have baseball, basketball, soccer, and football. So baseball, we had 3 votes. So I'm actually going to do that in blue. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 votes. Basketball had 4 votes. I'm going to do that in orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Soccer had 2. I'm going to draw 2 soccer balls, and hopefully you guys did better than me. There's 2 soccer balls. And football had 5. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 5. So again, this is a picture graph. I used different pictures for each of the sports. Okay, so hopefully yours looks a lot like that. So on the back, it says Lillian asked 10 people their favorite flower. 1 said tulip. So a tulip I'm going to make look like this. The same number of people said daisies and carnations, and 5 said roses. Okay, so I'm going to go to roses said 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if there were 10 people all together, and I have 5 plus 1 is 6, and I need to get to 10. So I know 6 plus 4 equals 10 because she asked 10 people. So it said the same number of people chose daisies and carnations. So if I have 4, what is 4 double of? 2, good. So 2 daisies. And then carnations had 2. So that's the answer to that one. A school surveyed 15 students their favorite subject. 3 students said science and 3 said reading. 1 less person said art than math. Okay, so there's 15 total. So 15 total, 3 students said science. I'm going to do and 3 said reading. I'm going to do a book kind of for reading. So I had 3 said science and 3 said reading. 1 less person said art than math. Okay, and we need to get to 15. So I have 15 take away 6 is 9 votes left. So if I split 9 between 2, and it said 1 less person said art, so this is going to be 4 because 4 plus 5 equals 9. And 1 less person said art. So 4 is art. I'm going to do a paintbrush. 1, 2, 3, 4. And math, I'm going to do a plus sign. And math had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each book equals 1 vote again. So there are some word problems. Okay. All right. And then homework. Making a pictograph. So an elephant had 4. This is a favorite animal. Giraffe had 5. Bear had 4. Snake had 3. So an elephant, I'm going to do the ears and the trunk. 4, so 4. A giraffe had 5. I'm going to kind of do a long neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bear had 4 votes. I'm going to do a... And then a snake had 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2. Snakes are the easiest. Okay, so how many students voted all together? If each picture is 1 vote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 votes. So these are, again, pictographs. Okay, and I'm not going to go over the back because of time. So now we're going to today we're going to look at analyzing the graphs. So we're going to look at the data and really think about what does it mean. So here we have a pictograph. So let's figure out how many there are. So spaghetti, this says favorite dinner. Spaghetti had 4. I'm sorry, go down to the key, and it says each is worth 1. So that's 4. So tacos is 4, chicken is 2, and meatloaf is 1. And then what dinner is the least favorite? Well, which one has the smallest number of votes? That's the least. And that would be meatloaf. And there's your meatloaf. Okay. So this is the next page, 541 in your book. So again, we're looking at analyzing our picture graphs, looking at the data. Okay, so you can use a picture graph to answer questions. What pet is the favorite? So if you look up there, of course, you see the longest line is a fish. How many votes does each picture show? Right here. Each picture is worth 1. All right, next one. Use the data from the graph to answer the questions. What activity is liked the least? So let's look at this. So this is summer activities. You have swimming, bike riding, rollerblading, and playing baseball. So which one is liked the least? Yeah, which one has the smallest number? That would be rollerblading. Which 2 activities have the same number of votes? Okay, so let's look at the graph. So swim has 5, none of the others have 5. Bike has 3, and baseball has 3. So it would be bike and baseball. So you're just looking at the graph and using that information to answer your questions. How many people like to swim and play baseball in all? So swim and play baseball. So swim has 5 and baseball has 3. So total is 8. So this is not hard at all, is it? I love graphing. Okay, we'll do one more together. Then I'll assign you the rest kind of on your own. So let's look at our title, How We Get to School. And then our key, each picture is worth 1 vote. When you get into like 3rd and 4th grade, you'll have like each picture is worth 5 votes. So you'd have to count by 5s to figure it out, or 2 votes, or 3 votes. Okay, so the bus we have 2, walking we have 5, biking we have 1, and cars we have 2. How do most students get to school? Well, easy. Yeah, walk. How many students ride the bus and ride in cars? So bus and cars. So add those up. 2 plus 2 we know equals 4. How many students voted all together? Well, that's pretty easy. So 2 plus 5 is 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 votes. Let me make that sure it's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How will the graph change if you add another way to get to school? How would that change? Well, you would have, if you have another way to get to school, you would have less votes for others, unless you ask more people. Let's write that down. How would your graph change another way to school? You would have less votes in the other categories. Okay, so that's one way it would change. Write a question that can be answered using the data in the pictograph. I think I'm going to say, how many people ride the bus and walk? That's my question. You can write a different question. How many people ride the bus and walk? And I put a question mark because you're asking a question. You can ask any question. And then write a number sentence you can use to answer your question. So the bus has 2. Walking has 5. It says how many together, that's plus, and that equals 7. Okay, so pretty easy today. We're just looking at pictographs and understanding them. So please finish 544, 545, and 546. And we're going to go over this tomorrow. All right, and you'll also have a quiz tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, bye. Have a great day.